Hello there, criminal, here with a new video where we are going to talk about two replays which were quite intense, featuring two different TDs. One being the Hori, the Japanese TD with the highest penetration in this game, with the premium ammunition as you can see here. Almost 400 millimeters of penetration. And if you top of that all like with calibrated shells, it's quite insane. You almost can go through every armored tank in the game. Except like few exceptions that I can think of right now, probably the M4 Emily's turret. That's I think that's about it. Nothing else can beat that. And then the second TD is going to be the Grill and legendary Grill 15. One of the best TDs in the game in my opinion. Why? It has reticle calibration. It has a very accurate gun. And a very fast reload for its alpha, to be honest. It has like around 10 seconds reload, and you could do 580 alpha. Being fast and having a very fast rotating turret is really a game changing when you need it. And being rear mounted turret is even the best part about it. The only bad thing about this tank that I can think about is the hull is always bouncing. You know, when you're up a hill or when you're moving and then you stop, your hull will always be bouncing a little bit, up and down, up and down. And that results in a lot of unexplainable shots going absolutely nowhere. So let's get started with the first replay, shall we? Let's go with the Hori first. Now, if you look at the enemy's lineup, you see that their lineup is able to play C or A corner as well. They are very flexible. They have Chiefs and Crownwagen, both have gun depression and decent turret armor to play the corner in A, and probably win it compared to our lineup. If you can see, we don't have anything comparable to that. But they also can go to the heavy side and fight it as well. Like the Crownwagen can cross to the corner, the Chieftain can stay behind him to make something we call crossfire, where you are around multiple sources of gunfire range, I would say. So you can be shot from multiple areas, from multiple directions. You cannot focus on one area only and call it a day. So now their Crownwagen took the corner, as I said, and this position is very, very strong in this tank. And he did not even bleed for it properly. I'm the only one who shot him. I don't even know if I shot him or not, but now I will. As you can see, the penetration of the Hori is insane. This tank should be nerfed, honestly. The penetration should never be this good. The Crownwagen, which is known to be one of the best, if not the best, hold down tank to hold a position in, is obsolete against this gun. It's absolutely obsolete. There's nothing he can do. There's nowhere or no angle he can perform which will deny me penetrating his armor. Which is quite crazy if you think about it, to be honest. Now we will have a very nice clear into him with HE. I aimed at the cupola because it's very low chance that you HE splash for 100 plus a Crownwagen with a Hori. Hori seems to do very little splash damage with HE. It's not a very big caliber. So now as you can see, I am being pushed, and my team as well, but the T62A at the bottom will die, and here I'll just keep farming this 777. But now there's another problem. There's a Hawk 12 at the back, which if he gets behind me is gonna be bad. But bam, flick shot, as easy as it could be. No worries whatsoever. Now I know there's a 1A3 at the left. That's why I pop reactive and pray he doesn't pen me with Hesh, which he did not. He's still high rolled though. Like 730 with reactive is quite a very high roll, to be honest. But it is what it is. We still have enough HP to not be a one shot to any of them, like the chieftain or the 777, which is all I need. Nice shot there into the chieftain, hurting his Amorak actually, making him around like 12, 13 seconds reload probably. Nice bounce there, and we shot him back as well. Here. Here is a very tricky situation. You remember when I told you about the crossfire? This is a crossfire. I am between two tanks in a turretless TD. And this is as bad as it can get when you are playing in a TD. It does not get worse than this. If I turn for the object, the chieftain will shoot me. If I go for the chieftain, the object will most likely shoot me. But let's see how this turns out. I see the object is kind of AFK, and I saw the 60 TP is going to kill the chieftain. So I went for the object, and here I panicked. You know, it's just the default response of seeing an FV1A3 aiming directly at you. I keep going forward, and he misses. I don't know how, really. Like, from my memory, muscle memory of playing this game, I am pretty confident he had enough gun depression to shoot anywhere he wanted, and he would still kill me. Maybe he had pink spike, I don't know, and I don't care. He's going to die. Right? Right? No. We miss. But thankfully, he pressed Alt and F4 together, which means he's no longer playing the game. Greed is good. You were greedy, you rushed that shot, and it did not turn out good for you, Mr. FV. Unfortunately. Now I try to drop sideways so I don't take as much damage. And here is a very confusing shot. Like, the only possibility this could have, like, I could explain, is my shot hit the 60 TP's gun because it's too tall. But then, like, it's stupid. This should not be a thing, honestly. It happens way too often than you think it does, especially in Clown Wars. It's really annoying. I think this should get fixed, honestly. And then we will have a very, very easy and chill farm on the 777. Nice HE into the back. I look behind to see if anybody can steal my damage. Nobody can. Here, I learned from my mistake. I did not want to hit the 60 TP's gun, so I aim a little bit higher. Just to guarantee that everything goes as planned. And pretty much the game is over right now. It was not as intense of a battle as the Grill 15 is gonna be. But we are still 7.1 thousand damage. We got high caliber, we got Top Gun, and we got Mastery Badge, which is also known as Ace Tanker. Our team did not do much, but obviously without my team I would never be able to win this battle. Them surviving enough time for me to farm is what allowed us to win this game. So you can't always be like, oh, your team is useless. For me, the only time I think that the team is useless, like really useless, is either when they die very fast, when they don't hold their positions. That's, I consider it the worst thing possible. Like, all I need from my team is to hold. It's just to not die. Don't YOLO and clip somebody in your TVP and die. That's not how you play the game. You ruin the game for yourself. I'm pretty sure you're not having fun doing this, because doing one clip a game and then waiting for the tank to return to garage to do it again is really not fun. So please don't do that. And the second time is when my medium tanks are not mediuming. You have to go to the medium side if you are a medium. Unless like very rare scenarios where they have one or two mediums more than you, which are like big mediums like E50M, Patton, CS, big DPM tanks, FV4202, then you might want to play a little bit at the back, don't commit fully, but still, you have to hold the medium side as a medium. Otherwise, we're gonna lose, right? Right. Let's move on to the next game. Also, guys, don't expect any montage in this. There's no script. I'm literally saying things as it is, as I'm watching the replay now for the first time with you. Just to see how the things turn out to be, you know. This is the first time I'm doing these kind of videos. So don't expect much. Now we are on a double grill 15 platoon. This replay we played it yesterday's stream, and yesterday's stream was very fun. You have to check that out. The point of this position, you see, when I knock this tree and I set up this hill, because it gives you more flexibility of where you can shoot. You can shoot. I don't know if you can see my mouse or not, but you can shoot the crossing to the C corner. You can shoot this, you can shoot that crossing. There is like a TD position there. Nobody knows about this, nobody plays it a lot, but it's very OP. You can shoot out like this area completely for free. You will not even get spotted even if you're a heavy tank, from what I experienced. You're far enough. You don't even need to be in a bush. So, and you can shoot that, right? So, being here at the bottom a little bit, like in this position, is not really ideal. You barely have any shots anywhere, and if you get spotted, you are cooked. But here, you have an extra bush, and it's a better position. Here I put a nice shot on this KPZ. Nice roll, to be honest, as well. Above average is good. Here I try to blind shoot this 268, hoping that he might have went up there to try to get a shot in, but it turned out not. And this KPZ, I feel like these people really calculate. I don't know. They have some kind of bot which calculates every tank's in the enemy team reload. Like if I was that guy, I would not be peeking like that, because I would be assuming naturally that a grill is not reloading. He's ready to shoot me, right? But he knows. He's too good. Nice flick shot there in the Sheridan. I saw him in the last split second backing off, and we got a nice shot in there. And now it's pretty even. Yes, we are down one tank, but as you can see, I paid somebody to be my paid actor. Nice HE there. That's a joke, by the way. He's not my paid actor. We will kill this guy very easily. Nothing interesting here, really. It's just sad that these people have very bad internet. It's very unfortunate. Here, I did a big fatal mistake. Instead of killing that KPZ, and I had plenty of time to do so, he did not realize I was aiming at him even. I was greedy and tried to HE this Rhinoceronte. Please don't do that. Always go for the kills when you can, especially in intense situations like this, when we are down 2 tanks and we only have killed 1, and they have mediums. You know, we have only 1 medium left, and he's not doing much. If you can see on the minimap, he's between 1 medium and 1 TD. He's probably gonna die very quickly. So please always go for the kills. They did not even get the HE in, so nice AP, a bit of a high roll there. My Grill 15 position in the platoon is not really the best. That's not how you should play Grill 15. And here again, fatal mistake, 0 map awareness. I was greedy to get that damage in. I did not see that KPZ crossing in the open. I could have killed him for the 2nd time. Crazy! This guy is having the day of his life. And then the Object 268 for some reason shot heat at the Rhinoceronte's front, which is crazy. He doesn't need heat to pen the Rhinoceronte for sure. Finally we kill that KPZ. The 268 unfortunately dies. And now we are in a 2v4 situation, and they have a Sheridan. which is the worst possible combination ever, especially in intense situations. Because if that guy lives, very big alpha gun for a light tank. Being a light tank in itself is the worst part. He can outspot you, he can put 600 damage into you, and you will not even spot him back. So, as you can see, I'm trying to kill him. Nice reaction time here. Pop that vertical calibration in a split second, aim, shoot. Very nice. I'm very happy about myself improving and playing on PC. On touch I don't have problem hitting these shots because of auto aim, but on PC now I can feel the mouse sensitivity of how much I should move the mouse to hit these kind of fast shots, you know, flick shots as they call them. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's not as perfect, but nothing's perfect. It's still good enough. Here we are in a 1v2 situation with two big gun TDs, both of them having a lot of HP. And I am in a armorless TD, not even full HP. Let's see how this goes. Nice shot there in the 268, making him a guaranteed 2 shots now. I don't think there's, even if you low roll like the lowest roll, I'm still gonna kill him, right? Nice roll there, very high roll there, and he high rolled me as well. Now look at this. This technique should be known by more people if you want to win more games. I will try to bait this 268 with my hull, making him assume that I'm going to the right side. So he turns left from his perspective to counter me, right? Right, that's what he does. But I know that he will do that, so I back off, turn my hull, and it's GG's. I won the fight without taking a single ram damage. If I took any ram damage, I would have probably lost that game very easily. Nice kill there into this 268, finishing him off. Now there's one big problem. It's an E3, and he's not even guaranteed 2 shots. I take this rock position because it's easier for me to play. If I stayed up there, he can easily run away, he can take a better position, you know, and I will not know where he is, and he can just wait for me to do a mistake, thinking, you know, maybe I could go left, maybe I could go right, and he could take multiple positions where he can see me both ways, and I will not know it unless I die. So this position is much better here. As you can see, I load HE, but at the time I did not know that I had only 2 HEs remaining. Because obviously when you are playing you don't look at the shell count very often. But this will become a problem later on in this match. I went for the cupola. There was, back in the days before giving this tank the E3 PBR, this spot was pinnable with HE. You can pin it with HE, do full damage, not even a splash damage. I know it's gone, but the area is still doing much higher splash damage than when shooting like the gun manlet or around it in the E3. You will not do much damage there, if any at all. So try to shoot there, shoot the cupola with HE. Here is quite unlucky shot, to be honest. That should have pinned. That should have pinned, to be honest. But it is what it is. I look at the clock now, I look at the caps, 3 minutes remaining, and we have exactly the same caps. So nobody is really beating anybody. So I can afford to wait and be patient. Now this E3, I wanted to try and, you know, reaction time shot on him, but I saw that he's trying to bait me. He's putting his gun away and he's trying to fall back to a degree that he does not have enough gun depression to shoot me, to bait me to peek. But he knows that in a split second he can just go up the hill again and shoot me in a flick shot. I know that. Oh, what happened? Okay. So now I know that this guy is not brainless. He has a brain. He's trying to bait. He's he's doing his best. So I will not go for that shot. Will I? I do go for it in the end. I tried to HE him. I tried to go for the tracks. I will do at least 200 damage there. If I am lucky, there is like 1 pixel where the shot can go, and I will kill him there. There is a pinnable area under the E3 tracks that you can pin with HE as well. I don't know why it did 30 damage. That was really bad. And now I realize that I have no more HEs remaining, which is the worst possible thing in this scenario. I cannot pin that guy without exposing myself, you know? Let's see how this turns out. I panicked. I I admit that. Now I see the opportunity to flank him, and that's exactly what I do. See, most of the people here will stop and will just remain in a side hug. But if that was the case, I would have lost the game with almost zero chances of being able to come back from that, unless he magically bounces a grill, which does not happen, right? So I keep going to the back, and now is GG's. Now it's him who is in a situation where he's impossible to come back from this. At this point, it's over. Always go for a back hug when you can. Even if you think that the space is not enough, go for it anyways, because in a side hug situation, you will 99% of the time lose it. Because especially when there is like a house is near and you are in a lightweight tank like the grill, he can easily push me away and he will be easily able to kill me. But in a back hug like this, it's game over for him. Nice shot there at the back, finishing him off. Nice clutch there. Very nice clutch there. 1v2 situation in a grill against two big gun TDs, both of them being relatively healthy. 6.8k damage, 5 kills. Top gun. Radley's Walter's medal. You know, when you kill 5 enemy tanks, you get this medal. It's not as rare as the 6 tanks kill medal. It does not look as cool, certainly, but it's still a nice medal. High caliber, of course, and an ace tanker. And then if you look at my team, it's the kind of team I told you I don't like. They did not hold their positions, they did not survive. My teammate here did a mistake, which, you know, everyone can do a mistake, including myself. We are humans at the end, you know, just a little bit of wisdom before finishing off the video. Everybody does mistakes. We all do mistakes. You did a mistake, your friend does mistakes, your family members do mistakes. But at the end, when someone understands that he's a human and the others are also humans, you start to excuse people. You say, okay, man, he did a mistake, he wronged me, but it's okay. At the end, he's a human, I am a human. I might do a mistake in the future, and I really will hope at that moment that somebody will forgive me. And if you forgive people, be sure that God will forgive you as well. Thank you for watching, guys. This is all for today's video. I know I yapped too much in this video, and now thinking about it, I really talked too much, but it's the first time doing these kind of videos, commentary, etc. So let me know in the comments what I should improve. Let me know what mistakes I did. Let me know what you would want to see in the future as content about this game until Reforged drops. Of course, on Reforged there will be a lot of content I'm excited to cover, but until then, see you in the next stream, guys.